So today, we are grabbing one of the most amazing fruits available to us, even though we treat it like a vegetable, the eggplant, also known as an aubergine, and creating one of the most incredible dishes ever. We're talking Spanish garlic eggplant. Now, this dish is known here in Spain as berenjena al ajillo, and the beauty of the recipe is the technique on how you prepare and cook the eggplant, as it ends up with a beautiful firm texture with absolutely no mush in there, yet it's fully cooked through, folks. Now, this recipe very easy to make, but it's made with just a couple ingredients, and it's the perfect side dish or appetizer for any meal of the day, truly, what simple and delicious food is all about. Let's begin by getting the eggplant ready. Now, when you go to the market to pick up your eggplant, you want to make sure it's got a nice silky smooth skin to it with no blemishes anywhere. And as for the texture, you want it to be semi-firm. If it's too soft, it's overripe, and if it's hard, it's not ripe at all. You want it right in the middle for the perfect eggplant. I'm going to slice it into rounds that are between 1/4 and 1/2 inch thick, which is 1 centimeter. Once all the eggplant has been cut, I'm going to add the slices in a single layer. And season them with sea salt. You want to do this on both sides. And we'll transfer the salted slices of eggplant into a colander and let them sit here for exactly 30 minutes. Now, this is the technique that gives the eggplant the most incredible firm texture. By letting it sit there with the salt, it's going to extract all the water out of the eggplant. That way later on when we cook it, it doesn't get mushy and it keeps its beautiful firm texture. In the meantime, let's start getting the garlic mixture ready. I'm going to grab 6 cloves of garlic. Remove the skins from the cloves. As you know, I like to give the cloves a quick twist as the skin is easily removed, and I also like to have a paper towel underneath for an easy cleanup. Then we'll roughly chop the cloves of garlic and transfer them into a mortar. Then I'm going to grab a generous handful of fresh parsley, finely chop it, and add in about 1/4 cup into the mortar, which is 16 grams. Then we'll lightly season with sea salt, and using a pestle, pound down on the mixture until you form a paste-like texture. You can also use a food processor for this step. Alright, let's move back to the slices of eggplant. They've been sitting here for about 30 minutes, which is enough time for that salt to extract the water out of the eggplant. I'm going to transfer the slices of eggplant over some paper towels, making sure they're all in a single layer. Then we'll pat the slices of eggplant completely dry. And we'll season them with a kiss of freshly cracked black pepper, just on one side. No need to add salt here, as we already seasoned them with salt beforehand. For the next step, I'm going to grab a non-stick grilling pan. You can also use a regular non-stick pan here. I just like to use the grilling pan as it gives the eggplants a beautiful grill mark. And I'm going to heat it with a medium-high heat. After heating the pan for about 4 minutes and it's nice and hot, I'm going to drizzle in 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, which is 15 milliliters, making sure it's covering the entire surface of the pan. And we'll immediately add in our slices of eggplant, making sure they're all in a single layer, so make sure to cook this in batches. And we're going to go for about 2.5 minutes per side on the slices of eggplant. This is enough time for them to get a beautiful charred color and for the eggplant to be fully cooked through. And as you finish each batch, transfer it into a serving dish. And we'll continue to cook the rest of the eggplant in this technique until they're all done. Now, this dish is typically served at room temperature. If you want to serve it warm, as you finish cooking each batch, just transfer it into a preheated oven at the lowest setting. That way the eggplant can stay nice and warm. Once all the slices of eggplant have been cooked, let's start cooking the garlic mixture. I'm going to lower the fire to a low heat, drizzle in 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil into the pan, which once again is 15 milliliters, and immediately add in the garlic and parsley mixture. And we're going to mix this continuously and go between 20 to 30 seconds. You don't want to brown the garlic, you just want it to be nice and aromatic. So once again, very important, make sure you're on a low heat here. Once the garlic is cooked, I'm going to evenly add the mixture over the slices of eggplant. And for the final touch, we'll sprinkle it with a kiss of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which really takes this dish to the next level of greatness. You'll find a link where you can get the Spanish paprika I'm using from Kiva in the description box below. And if you buy it from that link, you'll also get 25% off your order. Folks, check it out. Our Spanish garlic eggplant is done. Once again, this is known here in Spain as berenjena al ajillo. Super easy to make, made with minimal ingredients, but the beauty here is going to be the texture in that eggplant. Let's give it a try and see how it turned out. Like I told you in the beginning, this is what simple and delicious food is all about. Can't wait to try this. Bravo, all that garlic with the paprika, explosion of so much goodness. But the real winner here is the texture of the eggplant. With the way we prepped it and cooked it in, it's nice and firm, absolutely no mush in there, and it's fully cooked through, folks. Spanish garlic eggplant. Give this a try at home, in my opinion, one of the best ways to enjoy eggplant. Really quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Jay Edwards, Kevin Moran, Richard Esby, Lisa Larea, and Edward Alvarez. Again, guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. For the rest of you, if you're not with me on Patreon and you'd like to support the show, you'll find my Patreon in the description box below and iCard above. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and don't forget to share this video with your family and friends. That way our Spain on a Fork community can continue to grow. Till the next time, hasta luego. Incredible episode, incredible dish. Seriously, look at that. Love you, see you next video. Wait, I almost forgot. I gotta take this with me.